Whispers in the hallway walls. Shadows move but no one calls. Cold breath tickles the back of your neck. What's that? What's next? Knock, knock at the midnight door. Knock, knock, but it's not folklore. Paranormal mischief in the air. We're laughing loud, we don't care. Ghosts and ghouls going place tonight. Turn up the volume, let's get it right. Lights flicker, a joke from the dead. Floating teacups over your bed. Creaky floors, a spectral tease. Who's there? Ghostly, please. Tap, tap on the window pane. Tap, tap, are you playing games? Paranormal mischief in the air. We're laughing loud, we don't care. Ghosts and ghouls going place tonight. Turn.
There we are.
Hello.
Hey, I saw that name, Paranormal Jackass.
Yeah,
Yes.
I know him.
Scott Wilson.
Yes, I met him in person at
have
Fear
you?
Fest. Yes.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is he
I
as
just
short
got it
as
up
everyone says? Is he as short as everyone says he is?
Yes, he is.
Oh, yes. Okay, so when I flew in, him and my brain just broke. Came to pick me up at the airport. Howard. Him and Howard came to pick me up at the airport, but I didn't know he was with Howard. And we go to the luggage area to get my luggage. And he comes running up behind me and starts to hump my leg, and I scream. And then the security comes around because it's like all of a sudden this really loud, noisy airport. Everybody got quiet. I was just like, I'm looking down at the guy, and then I'm looking up at the security. I'm like, yeah, I know him. It's okay. It scared me at first. It really did. So that's he helped my leg, and I'm pretty short myself.
Yeah, he told me that story himself.
Yeah.
Now I know the person he was talking about.
Oh, so he told you about me. Yeah, I was the one. Yeah, security was going to take him away. It was like loud, noisy airport. You know how loud they are? And as soon as I screamed, it's like you can hear a pin drop. It's like everybody stopped and looked. I'm just like, oh shit. But yeah, the security guy, he was a big guy. I'm just like, no, I know him. It's okay. Yeah, hump my leg. Come on.
That sounds like
Good.
Scott.
Could have got your own backing on. I don't know who that is. No, nothing to do with me.
Yeah, I couldn't believe I screamed. It was, well, I mean, you don't expect somebody to come running up and grabbing your leg and just start humping it. I mean, come on.
Nope.
I turned around really fast, my suitcase and everything. Yeah. I told security, I'm like, I don't know who he is. He's a stray.
That would be more fun. So you have something to do next time.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I spent a week there with him at Fear Fest, and him and his family, really amazing guy, really funny guy.
Yes. All right, let's put the chat on.
Where's Wayne?
Wayne, where are you?
I'm at the bottom here.
We
In the
can't-
dark.
Yeah.
It's very dark.
One thing.
You turned into a ghost.
It's just a voice.
Happy
in
dark?
the ether.
Oh, no.
Oh, ah.
Hi, Angela.
Hi, Angelina.
Yes. And
Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining.
she's great,
Oh, Wayne's back.
Bye.
Yay! Watch us. So
I brought a few of my friends over. I hope that was okay.
Yeah, it's
They're in
perfect.
chat.
Perfect.
no
More the
pressure
merrier.
at all.
Behave, people. My name is on the line. You guys behave. Cheesecake, Angela, Crystal, you guys have to behave or they won't let you come back.
Oh, yes, we will.
No.
They won't let me come back. I'll get 86 off the panel.
We are starting with our first subject. And here in the Netherlands, Yeah, whole country is in panic. We had a bit of snow, and it's not as much as a few years ago because that time I was really snowed in. But there aren't driving any buses, any trains, no planes are taking off.
Train planes? I
Kids
don't know.
are all down from school, and
Yep.
people are bored. And if people are bored, they are jumping on their laptop, their iPad. And here in the Netherlands, they have a sense of humor. They
They do.
really have. And the only wild animals we have is deer,
Oh
foxes,
dear.
wolves. Yeah, we have deer and wild boar, and that's about it. But you can dream about certain things. Well, shit, drop it in.
I will look for the.
Wait, you want to see this? It's
Let's see if
brilliant.
my Facebook
Brilliant.
wants to do what I want it to do.
Yeah, you really want to see it.
There we go.
Yeah,
I got
Niels, we have polar bears, penguins.
Really?
I forgot the seals.
There we go.
Here we go.
Does it work? It
Yes.
works. There we go.
Well, you have to start the video. That's the fun part because I picked out
Carry the same
every
case.
picture I have to find. This is the actual picture in my neighborhood, and it's across the street where my mom lives, and that's all the snow there is. But they are really
I'm
creative.
so jealous.
They are.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can. Can you already see this?
Yes.
All right.
Here we
There we go.
go. Oh my God.
That's brilliant.
Brilliant.
Brilliant, that is. I love the polar bear on the ice on the canal.
Just laying there like, what?
Pushing the ball.
So people are really creative. And I got everyone that sent them to me. So I snatched all the pictures. I made a video out of it for TikTok. And yes, a new hair color and new model. Yes, a new color of glasses as well.
Oh,
Yeah,
what colour's your hair?
it's blonde, gray blonde.
It's lovely. It
It's-
looks nice. It's got a nice
Yeah.
sheet to it. Yeah, looks good. That.
Yeah, but this week's are going purple strings in.
Oh.
Yes. That's
Yes.
what I'm talking about. I normally have purple hair, but right now it's in the process of like I got the dark underneath and
Oh, that's
got
cool.
the white on top. So that's
Yeah, I had it
I'm
all
using
colors.
purple.
Yeah, red, orange, lavender, purple. So I love it.
Yeah. But you
Right
can
on.
put anything
Yeah.
in blonde hair, can't you? It always looks good.
Well, I'm not blonde. I have no pigment in my hair.
No, but you've got it like that now. It looks good. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks natural, and
Mhm.
the whole
Yeah, I
color
thought
is
you were a gray-haired old lady. I mean, no, I'm joking. I'm joking.
I was 21. Oh, poor me. Yeah, I had green. I worked at the barber shop, so I had every color.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, I'm a hairdresser as well.
Wow.
And yeah, what didn't I do? But we are not
I can't see
talking
myself
about
with pretty
my
hair, but
hair.
what color? Yeah.
We're going to talk about funny stuff.
Yes.
Now we have something in Wayne's corner, and Wayne has to wait because I
My corner.
said it. I was said it.
Naughty
You're on
corner.
the corner. You're so
Naughty
you know,
corner.
yeah.
I know what it is. I really know what it is. After that, you can comment on it.
Let me see.
Everyone must have seen it. Let me put the comments out a bit so it's a bit bigger so everyone can watch.
Is this the first one? Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's see.
I got my poker face on.
I have my poker face on. I hear the sound. There it is.
It's my house.
It looks like a
I have
penis.
another one.
I'm surprised.
You have to
We
wait.
have another one. Yeah,
It will not go. It will not go that fast. There we go. Right
no
there.
problem.
It's right here.
Oh, wait.
Is that when Santa's reindeer got lost?
He escaped.
Looks like it crashed into the side of the crater.
You know, I thought I had my head all the way up to the screen. You would have really got me if a face would have jumped out and went, "Rah!" You know?
Yeah, but
It
no,
looks like somebody skateboarding around the ring of that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
exactly.
They go in the
Oh,
big
that
house
was so
stop,
good.
they go in.
Yeah, for sure. I know it's an alien. And he is bobsleighing or kite skiing because all the surface is snow. It might be even a jetty on the moon.
It was
Yeah,
me
he looks like he's on a
practicing for the
hoverboard.
snow.
Ah, crap.
Way.
Bad news again.
I knew it was going to get bad over here, you see, so I thought I'd get some practicing so I wouldn't slip over.
Well, there's been quite a few of these captured, hasn't there? Or is
Yeah.
it AI? You know.
The NASA is claiming it's the shadow of a satellite or an asteroid or
Going up
something
and
like that.
bouncing
But
down.
you see it
Yeah.
bumping into
Yeah.
the craters. So it's, I think, actually something on the moon. But I'm just a blonde housewife. So
But on the part when you first see it, when it goes down first, you can see like the snow come up a little bit and then it
Yeah.
hits the wall. Like,
Yep.
oops, forgot
Yeah.
to turn.
yeah.
But yeah. Huh.
Yeah. And I watched many of these reels, and some of them were shared by NASA. And you see a shadow, and if they go
Yeah.
into the crater, the shadow is following. So I don't think it's AI, but what it is, no clue.
But
Maybe
the shadow is changing shape. So,
exactly.
you know, you see on part of them that the object goes up. So if you've got to go up, it's sort of like having a ball behind you shining a light. So it's got that shadow. So the further away it goes, it might go bigger, but it goes into a different shape than what you're seeing while it's there.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? It's changing.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem to fit right with the shape of the object.
When you've got a basic light source in one direction and one direction only, that shadow's always going to be there. But depending on the depth of the background that the shadow is being cast onto, it will get bigger, smaller, depending on what else is on that ground. So if you've got things like canyons, crater walls, things like that, as it moves past these objects, the shadow will change. It will get bigger, it will get smaller, but you clearly see where it hits the wall of the crater towards the end of the video. You see where the actual object meets the shadow as it hits the wall.
Yeah.
Now, some of those craters, can we look at that again? Because, you know, the craters, they're not fully round, flat. I mean, they would have like a lip. So you would think there'd still be a shadow on the backside of that lip of the crater. Did we notice that?
If it passes the crater edge, if it hasn't passed the crater edge, there won't be a shadow cast.
No, the shadow of the crater itself, the edge of the crater.
I'm gonna grab the footage. Just a sec.
Yeah.
I'll go.
Hey, Steph.
I mean, that will be one way to determine
no,
it.
that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, the shadows are in there.
Yeah.
So you see the shadow on the far side of that crater, and look at all the shadows on all the craters that are on the top part of them craters.
Yeah.
So if you're getting a shadow this side of it, that can't be right because all the shadows are going to the other side.
Exactly.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you can pause it just as the object hits the crater wall towards the end of the video.
Yeah.
So about
now,
just after there, you can on there you can see where the shadow hits the wall.
It's right here.
And there is just a little bit of a shadow just the other side of the edge of the crater. Right. And as it goes up, it obviously shows where the object is hitting the wall itself and it's joining the shadow.
Right here.
And then,
and it's shortly after that the video stops.
Yeah.
What I'm interested in is the fact that the video stops as soon as it hits that edge. They don't, don't show you anymore.
Yeah, they should have carried it on.
Yeah.
See that? See where the shadow comes right over this end?
Yeah.
When it goes up, there's a long... You watch now. So you're going in, and as it goes up, the shadow's at this side. See that? Watch it go over now. See that?
Yeah,
as it
then it goes up.
Yeah.
It's right here.
The shadow's outside the crater, and then it comes back in again.
Yeah. I'll be right back.
Which means it has got some height, so it's gone over something that's made it go higher, and the shadow has come away because of its height.
Yeah.
And it's jumping.
Yeah, it does look like something's jumping, doesn't it? Really?
This is where the issue is, because it doesn't actually show you anything after it stops. The video doesn't continue. So it would be would have been nice to have seen whether it rolled after it hit the crater wall. Did it roll over the edge? Because it was obviously had enough momentum to do so. Yeah. So had it have carried on bouncing, or would it have rolled onto the surface? They haven't shown that.
No.
And that would determine whether it's an intelligent object or whether it is like a meteorite hitting the moon.
Yeah, because to me, it actually looked like a creature to start off with when I first watched it, because of the way it moved. It almost looked like it was sort of jumping, but it's like saying. Then I was like, wait a minute, it's on the moon. It can't be doing that. And my brain's like, whoa.
But that leads on to the question of what is actually on the moon.
Yeah.
Good question.
Because the last mission to the moon was back in December 1972 with Apollo 17.
Yeah.
We haven't been back since in that time.
And why?
That's 53 years we haven't been back to the moon.
I screwed my stuff up.
There is a conspiracy theory that it went up to Apollo 20. There was 3 more missions after there that weren't actually publicly announced. And there was things found on the dark side of the moon.
Yeah.
Including cities. Not only in the crater, but actually in craters, but actually on the surface of the moon.
Are they our cities, Wayne?
Sorry?
Do they belong to Earth?
This was the question, and this is why the claim is that we haven't been back to the moon since, because we've been told to stay off it.
So it's somebody else's then.
That is one of the
try
theories.
To take it.
We don't think it's a certain person from the mid-40s decided to take what was left of the Third Reich up there.
No, I don't believe
so
that.
nobody else has been to the moon, not like Russia or anything like that.
China have had satellites up there, and it is believed. Another one of the conspiracy theories is that China has had a manned mission to the moon, and it is possible that they have actually been there and have got boots on the ground.
Yeah.
Because some of the information about the cities in the craters and the surface had come from a Chinese website.
Right. Okay.
And myself and Mark Manley on the Dark Mirror radio show, we managed to find this Chinese website that had the photos on it.
Did you see it? What was it like?
We saw these, and there was one tower there that was, we reckoned, when you use one of those distance markers to measure the distance of an object, we found that there was a tower there that was at least 3.5 miles high.
Dear me.
Now, nature on the moon, you wouldn't have, it's all craters and hills. There was nothing, but this was perfectly flat. Nature doesn't do flat.
No.
So where did this tower come from? But it wasn't just that. There was lights inside craters. You could see pipe work coming out of crater walls and going down to the crater floor.
Yeah.
And they were perfectly straight edges with a curve on them that was at right angles. So it's coming out of the wall of the crater and then going straight into the floor. We then went to announce this on one of our shows on a Monday evening. And when we went to the website, it had been completely removed.
Weird.
Oh, brilliant.
All information had vanished.
Brilliant.
And that ruined our entire show, because we were going to put out there that there was this Chinese website that is actually showing the pictures from the dark side of the moon. And at this point, they were the only people to have taken pictures of the dark side of the moon.
Wow.
So what's this business with India going there then?
Well, the thing is, it's like Antarctica. It's not owned by anybody. So any nation has got the right to go there.
Yeah.
I mean, despite the fact that most of India's space race ability has been funded by the British government.
I know. Don't go there. Don't go there.
So they've not generated their own funds to create this ability. They've used somebody else's. But hats off to them for trying. There's no reason why they can't. If they can afford to do it and they've got the technology, why not? Because, the way things on Earth, we've got to start looking elsewhere.
For somewhere to live. Yeah.
And
Is there oxygen up there?
Again, this is another theory that the moon itself is hollow. There was an explosive charge put into the moon, and it rang like a bell.
I've heard that. Yeah.
And as it rang like a bell, that means it's hollow.
Yes. Yeah.
So they're saying that it is literally a satellite. It's hollow. Something is inside the moon, but it's going inside the moon to find out what it is.
See, now that begs another question now, as far as I'm concerned, because my head's ticking now. And all these questions are coming up. They really are. I get onto these, and he knows this. I get onto him, and I can't stop asking questions. So, if it's a satellite, why is it that our seas and the tides get drawn by the moon?
It's all down to gravity.
Right.
Magnet.
Because although
Yeah.
and wisdom and music has said it, the gravity there is nearly non-existent. There is a gravitational field there, but it's not that big. But because it's in a geostationary orbit around Earth, depending on its position around the Earth will depend on the tide.
Right.
And because it doesn't go in so if you were to say it's, for instance, 10,000 miles away from Earth, it's not 10,000 miles away from Earth all the time. It moves in an egg shape, so sometimes it's closer to Earth, sometimes it's further away from Earth, and that's where the tide comes in.
So if it wasn't there, what would happen to the tides?
The tides may be almost non-existent, but then you would still need to rely on something for like tidal currents, which would then in turn be responsible for the weather patterns.
Yeah, and filters.
I have a question. So here in Oregon, I grew up here. I'm 56 years old. Just recently, we started getting what's called king tides. Those have been like huge and wiping out like half the scenery and stuff. Can you explain the king tides?
I've never heard of that term. I've never heard the terminology of king tides. We do get ones similar, but we just end up calling them surge tides, where you've had a case of bad weather and it's just coincided with where the moon is at a certain time. And then you've obviously got your spring tides, you've got your autumn and winter tides.
Yeah.
So the sea is naturally higher anyway.
About them, it's like just this past year and a half, and I'm only 2 hours from the coast, and we just had another big old king tide come wiping in and stuff. So
I mean, we get storm surges here, and if it's a normal standard storm surge would raise the water levels by a certain amount. But if you combine that with a spring tide, it makes that tide even higher. And that's when you get places being flooded and causing all manner of problems. So it's all in relation to the moon and everything else. I mean, it is literally a king tide is I've just looked up the terminology. It's an especially high spring tide when the perigean spring tides, which occur 3 or 4 times a year.
So it's just started like this past year and a half. That's why I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah, I think what it is you've got a lot of people, you have an exceptionally abnormal tide, and people will go, "Oh, the tide's up quite high, isn't it? It's gone further than normal," and don't think or sort of remember when it last happened. You don't take no notice of it. But then when you do notice it, you think, "Well, that's a bit weird. When did that happen last?"
Yeah.
And you haven't remembered when it last happened because it happens all the time on a regular basis. Your brain just doesn't process it because it's just run of the mill.
Yeah.
It's like waking up in the morning and seeing a beautiful sunrise.
Yeah.
And then 3 days later, you see another beautiful sunrise, almost identical, but you don't remember the previous one.
Yeah.
And you go, "Oh, that's beautiful." And unless you actually record it, so you go up, you take a picture and you put it on somewhere like Facebook or on social media, and then 3 days later, that same sunrise happens again and you take a picture, you've got that record of that previous sunrise.
Yeah. See,
that makes sense. That makes sense.
When we have big surges like that, especially on I live on the river by an estuary, goes into the Irish Sea. So when the tide comes in, we have what we call an eddy. Some people call it white horses. And it ripples. It's like one big thing right across the estuary, and it comes in. And the further in it goes, and the smaller the river goes, the higher it goes. So when we have spring tides, which really surge in, these are quite big, and it's good to watch, because sometimes on a normal day when it's coming in and out, when it's coming in, it's not that big, but you do notice it more on the spring or the winter tides. And it's quite good to watch, actually, because you can hear it coming down the river. It's really good.
I've just found something else as well, which I'd forgotten all about. But when you've got the Earth, Moon, and the Sun are all aligned, and the Moon is closest to Earth, it creates a stronger gravitational pull, which then results in exceptionally high water levels.
Wow.
It makes everybody assholes too, I notice. Everyone's having bad days when that shit happens. I'm
Sets the
sorry.
werewolves off.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Everybody's then lost their mind. You're like, is it a full moon? Yep, it's the sun, the moon, and the earth all lined up. So yeah, it really messes with us.
I mean, we've got a place near us called Mersey Island, and it's world famous for its oysters, but it dates back to the Roman times.
Yeah.
And
do you all live in a cool place? I'm here in the States, in Oregon.
It was
in the middle of the mountains.
The island itself is connected by an old Roman causeway, and every tide it would have flooded, so it would cut it off from the mainland.
Yeah.
Then some bright spark worked out how to put concrete down and made roads. So now you've got a proper road that goes across, and it tends to be still every tide it comes over the road, so it seals off the island. But when we get a spring tide, it can be anything up to 6 meters higher than normal.
Wow.
And the road is completely cut off. You would get lorries go through, or try to, and anybody in a car, they literally just stop before the water's edge and they go, I'm not going nowhere. I'll sit here for 4 hours. I don't care.
Yeah. Well, you get stuck on the other side and can't get off.
Yeah. So they just sit there. They wait for the tide to go back down again. But you will get some fools that will try to go through and end up destroying their car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And me and a friend of mine, we every now and then when they come down to Mersey Island, they come down to film car fails. So they literally stand in the Strood in their wellies or their waders, and they will film these silly people driving through the water, getting halfway through and then flooding their engine, and then sit there scratching their head, not understanding why they've just killed their car.
Oh my god!
And
that's like me getting my smart car stuck on the curb.
Back in the spring, I went over there with them, and it was a spring tide, so the tide was up higher than normal. And this van, I think it was a delivery van, he decided he did not want to be on the island. He wanted off. And as I'm walking back to where the other two guys were filming, this guy in this delivery van came up behind me, and I didn't see him. And he had to have been doing 30 miles an hour, and the water level was 3.5 foot high. And so, of course, as he's going through, there's this massive wall of water.
Wow.
And I put it on my TikTok because I thought it was hilarious. I'm walking along, and all of a sudden there's this big wall of water behind me, and it went right over the top of my head and down. And this van just carried on going. Didn't bother. And they're all going, oh, you should call the police. You should call the police. I'm like, why? I was having a whale of a time. We were all creasing up laughing. And I said, this is the perfect content to put on my TikTok page. So why would I prosecute him? This was hilarious, you know. And so it did its rounds with these guys that film these fails. And it's all because of the tide. But if it's a normal tide, people can still drive through it. It's not a problem. But when you get these abnormally high tides because the moon's too close to Earth,
right,
And then on top of that, you might have had a local storm which causes more water to head out to sea. You end up with a slight increase.
Yeah.
So it makes it deeper. It's
There's always one person, isn't it? There's always the one that's got to have a go.
well, I mean, I used to do it. I used to drive a coach. No, I used to drive a coach out onto the island. I used to do school runs over there. And I used to take a 53-seater coach out to the island. And if the water was over the causeway, I would have a look at the middle of the road. And if I could still see the white lines, I knew it was safe. So I would stay in the middle of the road, stay in one gear and just drive all the way across the other side, keep in that gear for a little bit further so that any water that's on the engine can be burnt off, and then change gear and carry on my merry way.
Yeah.
And that's how you should do it with a car. Only people don't. They get halfway across and go, oh, my car's roaring away. I need to change gear. And the second they put the foot on the clutch,
I'd be like, I can do it.
Nice. Yeah.
as soon as they put their foot on the clutch, the water goes into the engine and see you later. That's one dead car. And we had a parent, she used to take her kids to school in the car, and she went through 7 cars in 2 years. And she could not understand why.
Oh, it's hockey.
7 cars.
Huh.
Oh,
damn.
It's like each time she goes through the water, she breaks the car, but can't figure out why the car is breaking.
She could not understand why her car kept conking out in the middle of the water.
The result.
She ended up putting her children on my school bus.
Oh, I thought you were going to say she ended up just giving her children up for adoption because she was losing so many cars. I you were going to say that. I mean, it probably
I said to her once, you should homeschool because then it would save you losing all these cars, you know.
Yeah.
Her husband was furious with her.
Losing the kids.
Hi, R&D. Welcome.
Sarah, you're talking about combustion engine and she's trying to teach people about the science. Homeschool kids.
Lesson 1: how to drive through water.
Just keep going. The car will be fine.
She'd been picked 2 of those 7 times. She was actually picked up by the RNLI, the Royal National Lifeboat Institute. And the kids were loving it because they were giving them Mars bars. So the kids were loving it. They were loving it because they're getting chocolate bars. The mum's just killed the car and they get a boat to come and pick them up and take them home.
There's a conspiracy on the part of the kids. They're like, no, Mum, it's not the water. Honestly, keep going.
Yeah. All pre-planned.
Oh my God.
We want chocolate, so let's get Mum to break a car.
Funny that.
But yeah, I mean, it is. I mean, on the serious side of it,
husband wasn't very happy, was he?
he can't
My
drive
husband
either.
would kill
So that's
me.
quite funny.
He would actually make me cement shoes. He'd be like, okay, you ruined these cars. Here's a pair of cement shoes. You go walking off. Yeah, wow.
I'm going to say next time you walk, you are not taking the car.
How long is that causeway?
The causeway itself's a quarter of a mile long.
Oh, it's a good job. It's not very long then.
But there's hills on both sides of it, you see. So it's like a little valley. You've got a downhill slope to the start of it, and then when you get onto the island, it goes uphill again.
Incline.
So it's a very strange place, and it's quite well known for having ghosts as well, which is pretty cool. And we've actually stood on the actual causeway, and we were using the ghost hunting tools app. And there was about 9 of these apps running all at the same time.
Right. And
I took a picture from where we were standing. It looks towards London. So you've got all of the Blackwater estuary, which leads to the Thames.
Yeah.
And I took a photo, and when I looked back at the photo, the sky was all purple.
Wow.
And it shouldn't have been. It was sunset, but the sky came out purple on the phone. And I turned to everybody and went, look at the sky here. It's come out purple. And all of a sudden, all of these 9 apps, all at the same time, all said the word sky.
Really?
Wow. Now
literally one after the other. They all pinged and they all said sky.
That's cool.
And we're like, that is weird. And then we all decided we'd had enough of standing there. There was a really bit of wind blowing. So we thought, right, we'll go back to the cars and we'll head to the next location on the island. And as we turned and walked, my partner Ellen said, I need to go to the loo. So I said, well, all our cars are in the lay-by. Just go in front of the car. You run ahead, go in front of the car because no one's there. She's like, right. So she started walking ahead. And then all of a sudden, she just stopped. And we all looked up and we saw these two headlights coming down the hillside towards the lay-by. And I knew she wasn't going to go because this car was going to come past. So we carried on walking and this car pulled into the lay-by in front of my car and turned its lights off. We then got to the lay-by and there was no car there. There was just ours.
What?
And I went, where's the car gone? And everybody went, well, it was there. It pulled up in front of your car. I said, no, it's gone, look. It's not there. It hadn't turned around and gone back up the hill. It hadn't carried on and come past us. It just pulled in front of my car and then vanished. But
that's cool.
We all agreed that it had to have been an old Volkswagen Beetle because it had the perfectly round headlights.
Yeah.
And they were slightly yellow.
Yeah, we've got one of them here. Yeah.
And in the 70s and 80s, Volkswagen Beetles headlights were perfectly round with a slightly yellow tint to them.
Yeah.
But we were like, it's just vanished. It didn't turn around. It didn't go anywhere.
That's
the
weird.
only way it could have gone was
anybody
past us
in it?
or back up the hill. Sorry?
Do you see anybody in it or
No.
just...
No, all we saw were these headlights, and the headlights moved into the lay-by and stopped in front of my car. And then literally in the 2 minutes it took us to walk to the cars, it vanished.
Well, they do say you can see cars and vehicles and everything.
That causeway is an accident hotspot.
I was
A
gonna
lot of
say,
people.
was it the ghost of somebody that got stuck on the causeway or something and they're completing their journey? Almost.
Yeah, and it's not just people that have got stuck on the causeway. People have crashed on there.
Wow.
Because they haven't taken care and attention when going round the bend on one of the turns there. Because as you go onto the island, it splits into two. One takes you to East Mersey and the other takes you to West Mersey.
Right.
And the turning from West Mersey is quite a tight bend, and if you approach it too fast, you will overshoot it, go through the fence and straight into the water.
Right.
And the mud. And quite a number of people have had accidents there.
Does anybody live on the island?
Oh, there's got to be about 100,000 people on the island.
So it's quite a big island then, really.
It's well populated.
Whoa.
It's quite a high populated island.
That's a huge city. Like, dang.
It's
I have visions of like you driving on this little causeway and the island's probably, like I don't know, 24 by 24 is what I was thinking.
I did as well, Emmy, yeah.
I was like, why do people want to go out to this little 24 by 24 island? I get it. It's a city. Okay.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's divided into two. East Mersey is more farmland and caravan sites, and then West Mersey is more the built-up residential and business side.
It's like Amityville. Is it Amityville? Little island.
Oh, no. Right. Okay. I said 100,000. I lied. As of 2021, there was 7,220 people.
Still a lot.
Oh, so an itty bitty town. Okay.
So it's an island, but it's a town on its own sort of thing. But there's a lot more people that actually go there for holidays because it's quite a nice place to go if you're going on holiday. So although it's 7,200 people actually live there, there's probably about 10,000 people that visit there annually as well.
Okay.
So, but
I grew up in a little town that's 9,000. So yeah, they're really small. They're a little bit bigger than 24 by 24, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it is a nice place, and like I said, it goes back to the Roman times.
Are there any ancient buildings there, or old churches, or places?
There is, was it three old churches there.
Nice.
There's an old anti-aircraft bunker on one of the Cudmore Grove is the place, and it is literally, people go there to walk the dogs, but it takes you down to the beach. But as you go down across the field towards the beach, there's this old anti-aircraft bunker.
Yeah.
And it is literally like the big concrete hexagonal donut.
Yeah.
With the space in the middle for the anti-aircraft gun would have sat. And we did an episode of Truth Beyond Paranormal there, and it was bitterly cold. The rain was coming in sideways, and we were inside this bunker because it's not fenced off or cemented up. You can actually go inside it. And we were filming. We'd got laser grids up. We'd got an echo box running. Spirit box was running. Voice recorders were going. And we're standing going, if there are any spirits that used to come here on a regular basis or worked in here, can you please come forward? And all of a sudden we heard this voice go, hello? And I went, dog walker.
Yeah, really?
That was the first thing I thought, was it was a dog walker. Someone was walking their dog.
Yeah.
And they heard us and could see the lights coming from inside. So I've stuck my head out the doorway and I've looked around. There's no one there. So I've gone, right, back in again. If that was you that just said hello, could you do it again, please? And then all of a sudden there was this, hello? Hello? And I went, no, I'm definite that's someone walking their dog. So I picked up my torch. I went back outside again. I shone the torch in just about every possible direction, and there was no one there. So I'm like,
a torch,
right? So
that's a flashlight to you
flashlight,
guys.
sorry. Yeah.
A torch to us is like a lighter with a torch.
Yeah, sorry, flashlight. So I've gone back in again. I've got, there's nobody out there. There's
It's
no
the hair,
animals
right?
bouncing about. There's no one out there. And he went, right, if we hear it again, we'll all go out. So, right, okay. So we started again. And then all of a sudden, hello? I went, no, that's it. All of us grabbed the flashlight straight out the door. We're walking all over the place. There was no one out there. And that was practically the only place we could investigate because the wind and the rain was that heavy. But we just said, that's it. We've got enough material. So we've got enough to make an episode. We're going back. But we had a 3 mile.
The ghost there was sort of like every time I say hello, they all run away, and I'm a bit.
Yeah.
It was like, hello, oh, they've gone again.
we had a 3/4 of an hour long episode where all it was the things that were going on in the bunker, and then us walking back along the beach and seeing strange shadows. The rest of it, we couldn't really put anything else out there because it was raining so hard that we were drenched just getting out of cars.
Oh, God.
So we just said, no, that's it. We'll just do that and then we'll go. Because our director and producer, they'd come all the way up from Aylesbury to Colchester just to film there. And they're like, well, I'm not coming all this way just to turn around and go back home again. I want to film something.
Yeah.
I know that feeling when I travel across the United States. I'm gone for a couple weeks because I'm not going to go for a weekend and not something. You know, I got to be gone and travel and make sure it's worth my time and rain.
Yeah, the problem is though, you can go to these places and nothing happens, and that's one thing I don't like the idea of sort of traveling for 5 or 6 hours to a location and get nothing and then have to turn around and come back.
Yeah.
I'd like to make a weekend of it so that I get more of a chance.
Yeah. When I went and met Angelina and we went to you know what's crazy? Let me start off by this. As we were growing up, then our parents tell us, don't talk to strangers, don't get in cars with strangers.
Yeah.
Well, here I am flying across the United States, meeting up with Angelina. There's 5 of us in a car, strangers just met, heading to Penhurst. So,
was that the one where the bat attacked Angelina?
So,
yeah, I thought so.
It's a live video. The funny thing is, as I'm walking down, the bat's going down with me. Because when we were editing, I was like, "Oh, hey, there's that bat," and then it was shortly after that is when you hear them scream. Yeah, yeah. So
I had that at
we
Woodchester
traveled,
Mansion.
and I went into so the infirmary is like a quarter mile away from the main building and stuff, or buildings, and the lady took me there on a go-kart. Not go-kart. Golf cart. That's a golf cart. Okay. And she took me there. And she actually locked me in there for an hour and a half. And I got a few EVPs, and that was it. Like, I traveled all that way to a very haunted place. They didn't want to talk to me. My big concern was I thought Bigfoot was going to come jumping through that window because it was a full moon. It had been raining, so you would think all the stuff was there, but no.
Yeah.
Oh.
But, I mean, that's the way it is sometimes, isn't it? You know,
Yeah.
it
I'm thinking
happens.
because they had a Paracon like the weekend prior, and to me, I believe those ghosts, the spirits get tired too. They'll be like, "No,
Yeah.
We just spent all weekend with these other people. No, you guys
I've
gotta wait."
seen it so many times on public events. People get disappointed because they've, you know, they've gone out to an investigation, a public event, and not much has happened. And they've at the end of the evening, they've gone, "Oh, that was a disappointment. Nothing happened. Oh, I paid all that money up." And we're like, you know, they're not performing seals.
No,
You can't just
absolutely
you
not.
can't just click your fingers and
Yeah.
they all
I
pop out the
consider it
walls
like
and go,
fishing.
"Hello."
If you enjoy fishing, you know, because you got to have patience for that. You can sit there all day and not get a bite, but you're still out there enjoying it. Or
Yeah.
some days you're just fish right after. So
Yeah.
you just gotta have the patience, and I don't mind.
I've been having
I mean-
patience with fishing for 2 years. My patience stopped. I'm done.
I lost my patience with fishing a long time ago.
I'm still fishing because it's a good thing, but still.
I'm
Still
sitting
waiting
there
for the damn
going,
fish.
I'm sure I could be doing something a little bit more constructive.
Because, if you think about it, if you're out fishing, you're not doing the honeydews around the house, so you're getting out of that.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm sitting there, fishing rod, doing nothing.
Doing nothing.
And pretending you're doing something at the same time.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, sometimes.
It's a
Depends
bit of
on
a
the day.
fun job, I think.
Important,
Sometimes.
isn't it? It really is. Yeah.
You know what the worst part is? When I'm sitting there, I'm a carp fisher, so I fish for carp.
Oh yeah.
These big fish sitting
They're
there
huge and
waiting. But I'm waiting, and I see them swimming there, and I'm like, oh, here, right there.
ugly. Yeah.
They see my.
Here they normally bite off
They
anything.
see it. They
Carpet
see the
Jason.
bait. No, they see the bait. They go right around it. And
Yeah.
they swim further, and I'm like, what the?
Aren't
Why?
they ground feeders? Don't they eat off the bottom?
Bottom feeders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just like
Also-
oversized goldfish. They look like to me.
They
Yeah,
are goldfish came from carp.
Oh,
They're
Yeah,
in the
there you
same
go.
family. Yeah,
Yep.
they were originally. Goldfish are like tiny carps, and they're just as messy as the big ones.
Mhm.
But we don't eat
Yeah.
them because they are bottom feeders and they don't
Bottom
taste very
feeders,
nice.
yeah.
Apparently.
But
Yeah.
Okay, so carps are bottom feeders, but catfish are too. But catfish has really good meat. So why are we eating catfish? It's a bottom feeder,
Yeah.
but we don't eat carp.
Yeah.
Well, we have the
Apparently
likes
they
of
taste like what they've been eating. Goldfish and carp.
Well,
do.
the carp
I don't
and
know
the
what the
catfish-
difference is.
They're in the same like Hell's Canyon, Snake River and stuff. You got carp, you got catfish, you got sturgeon. All of those are bottom feeders, and I mean they eat the same thing. So
Yeah.
why are carp so bad
well, we
compared
have
to?
Dover sole and plaice, and that's one of the most popular fish to have in a fish and chip shop over here.
Yeah.
You know, and they're flat fish, so
Yeah.
they
we
sit at the
call
bottom of the
flatty,
sea. And
yeah.
I mean, I used to sea fish, but I used to take an ice box and a fillet knife with me, and as soon as I caught one, if
Fillet
it was
it.
the right size, I would fillet it there and then, put it in the ice box to take home,
Yep.
Yeah.
and
You
then
know
I would
what?
choose what was left as the bait.
That's it. Do you know
Yeah.
what, Ray?
Yeah.
What we used to have here, right, in the 80s, the fishermen would go out on the river, they'd come back, sell the product. So what they had left, they'd walk around the housing estates, knocking the door and selling a bag of fish for like 150. You get about 30 flatties in there, right?
Oh my
He
goodness.
come round one night, it was about 6 o'clock. He said, Lynn, do you want this bag of flatties? I said, yeah, all right. So I give him the money. So I thought, I better get these done now.
Yeah, people can't come around with spirits here. Like
Well,
this
in
bag
the
of
kitchen,
spirits. I
so
had
I
fun.
thought there was one that was still alive. I made my lads take them down the river. Put back in.
Wow.
Put back in.
Dang.
Yeah, but I gutted every one of them. Froze them. Yeah. Well worth it for 150, that was, tell you. Really
Yeah.
good deal.
Reminds me of that guy on Britain's Got Talent, the £1 fish.
I haven't seen it.
There was an Indian guy on Britain's, I think it was either Britain's Got Talent or one of the other sort of music audition things.
Yeah, we got
And it
America's Got Talent.
Yeah, and it was an Indian guy who ran a market stall selling fish, and he decided to turn his the chants that he uses at the marketplace and turn it into a song, and it's called £1 fish. And he'd be standing there and he'd be going, come on, ladies, £1 fish. Everybody was ranting and raving about it, and he did make quite a bit of money from just being like I don't know, more of a comedy sketch than being serious.
Yeah.
And he even released the £1 fish as a Christmas song as well this year. And he was wishing everybody a Merry Christmas, trying to make people aware about his £1 fish.
And it was the worst song on the planet ever.
Yeah.
Ever. Apart from the ding 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 ding.
Oh, crazy.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, horrible.
Well, what about Baby Shark? Do. That's the worst. Okay, I'm sorry. That's gonna stick in everybody's head.
Oh, my
Baby
nephew.
Shark.
He was singing it
See?
all day.
And the Teletubbies as well. That was
Teletubbies,
another one. The
yeah.
Teletubbies theme tune.
Yeah.
I don't remember that, but I remember Barney too. Oh God,
Oh yeah.
that was my kids' era. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think every now and then a seriously crazy, silly, sad song has to appear somewhere along the line. And it takes the world by storm. Everybody loves it. And it lasts for a couple of months and then everybody hates it because they're fed up of hearing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That.
Europop ones tend to be the worst.
Oh, terrible.
If they hit the Europop scene, that's it. Forget it. Everybody hears it. No one can get it out of their heads. You're doomed.
Yeah, I hate that. I don't know how old you guys are, but I'm 56 years old, and the songs, the little, like Ring Around the Rosies.
Yeah.
What the hell, man? That was morbid back then when I was a kid.
Still,
Well,
is.
it was about the plague.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, then we had some crazy Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall and he fell off the wall. I mean, come on, that's
Yeah,
I've
but we
got
sang it. We sang
I've got a
it.
little story about
And it was
Humpty Dumpty, and
Go
it's
on, then.
fact.
Go on.
Humpty Dumpty is based on a cannon
It
that was
is.
placed on the walls of Colchester Castle.
That's true.
really okay.
My
Well, that's why
hometown.
it was a creepy song. Then I get it. Yeah, because all
And-
that song, those little tales and stuff like that. What was that the little old lady who lived in a shoe? Like,
Yeah, that's me, Dad.
She was a very small lady.
I'm very small, lady.
See, this is why people believed in pixies and fairies, because they lived in shoes.
Yeah.
They were very small.
I found a song.
With all these rhymes, these fairy tales and that, there's a dark secret behind every one. And I've been looking this up for the last good 2 years. Oh, yeah, here we go.
Oh, he made
Yeah.
it singing for.
Singing is my childhood hobby.
Have you ever recorded anything?
Some people record my video, 2 million views on the YouTube.
No way. What's the song called?
One pound fish song.
I think you should sing.
Come on, ladies, come on, ladies. 1 pound fish. Come on, ladies, come on, ladies. 1 pound fish. 1 pound fish. Have a look. 1 pound fish. Have a look. 1 pound fish. Very, very good. 1 pound fish. Very, very cheap. 1 pound fish. 6, 4, 5 pound, 1 pound each. 6, 4, 5 pound, 1 pound each. Very, very good and very, very cheap. 1 pound fish today, 1 pound fish. Come on, Gary, come on. 1 pound fish. Come on, Rita, come on. 1 pound fish. Come on, Louis, come on. 1 pound fish. Come on, Lisa, come on. 1 pound fish. Fish today, 1 pound fish today, 1 pound fish today, 1 pound fish today, 1 pound. Come on, ladies, come on, ladies. Today fish 1 pound each. 1 pound each. 1 pound each.
Yeah.
And someone
That
went up
was
to him
good.
in the marketplace and said, "How much are your fish?" Excuse me, how much are your fish? What was that? How much was it? But he was on America's Got Talent, so he should have changed the words to $1 fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it would have
Oh,
made
I
more
was thinking
sense.
the fish weighed 1 pound. I would. Oh my God! See, you guys got me all screwed up. Because when you said 1 pound fish, I thought it meant 1 pound. It weighed a pound.
No,
God,
no,
now
it was the price of the fish.
it's the hair.
Yeah, it is. It is. I mean, it is.
But I mean,
Wow.
okay, we've sort of gone off a topic a bit, but it amazes me that how many people go on these talent shows that have been told that they're a brilliant singer, they've really got the talent, they should go onto these shows, and they're absolutely atrocious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know somebody that loves Elvis, and he loves singing, but unfortunately he hasn't got the voice, and no one has got the actual nerve to tell him that he can't sing.
I would. I'd be like, dude,
So
I can't sing either. So let's
they're all,
sing
they're, all
together.
they're all blowing smoke up his backside. They're all telling him he's brilliant. And, oh, you should do this, and oh, you should do that. And then he made the mistake of putting out an AI song. Only he didn't label it AI. It was all he'd done was use this program and put in keywords, and it created the song for him.
Yeah.
And he put it out there, and it ended up on Spotify being higher than Mariah Carey, higher than Eminem.
Yeah.
Really?
And yeah, and he was boasting about it and posting it all over TikTok. And we were like, that's an AI song. You didn't do that song yourself. You didn't write that song. Something else generated that for you.
Yeah.
And he went quiet for 2 weeks. And then all of a sudden he openly admitted it was AI, and he stopped doing it.
Wow.
And now he's
Yeah,
gone
yeah.
back to doing the songs himself. But again, nobody has got the courage to say to him, give it up because you're not any good. And that's
And
the problem.
I myself, I hate AI, but I've made a couple of AI songs. And like back in the day, remember the video killed the radio star?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And AI killed everything. So I have all that in there too. Yeah.
That was
I think
the
they
first,
are.
wasn't that the first one on that video?
MTV, yes.
Yeah, it was
Yep.
the first ever song played on there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They are trying now to pass a law. I don't know about elsewhere in the world, but I know in the UK, people like Ed Sheeran and Elton John are trying to get the law changed so that if you are generating an AI song, it has to be labelled AI.
Right.
I agree.
Because-
That would make sense. YouTube is like that too, in that in certain parts in your analytics, if you use a lot of AI, you have to check mark. I can't remember where
Yeah.
it's at,
Yeah.
but there's a spot you have to do that.
Yeah, because people were creating songs using AI. They were completely original songs, but the people had put in to be sung in the sound of Elton John and Ed Sheeran.
Right.
So it was their voices
Wow.
through AI that were being used for the song,
Yeah.
and they'd found out about it and hit the roof.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And they went,
That
we can't have
explains
this. It's
why-
not fair.
Okay, so I use a program, and I was creating a song for my friend, and she loves Elvis, and I wanted to get like an Elvis type voice. Nope.
Yeah.
Denied. Yeah. So okay, that makes sense.
I mean, you could get somebody that sounds like Elvis, but you wouldn't get AI to do it because they would have said,
Nope.
anybody that's out there already do not want their voice, so it's copywritten.
Elvis is coming back. Elvis
It's
is
Bob
here,
Joyce.
man.
It's
If
Bob
it would
Joyce.
only to be
Yeah,
true.
Bob Joyce.
Or it could be me because I'm pretty good at going. Oh,
Yeah.
thank you very much.
You fooled me. You fooled me.
Oh, somebody get me a sausage sandwich. Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Okay, I have adult ADHD. I'm sorry. The chat's going opposite than what I'm used to. So
Oh yeah, I keep looking up and down and keep going. Where are we? Who said what? But yeah, I mean, AI can be dangerous. I agree with Kelvin. AI can be dangerous, and
Yes,
we've mentioned
really
it before that the perimeters have got to be set for AI.
Yeah.
Because if AI gets self-aware, then there'll be problems.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't like trusting apps and things like that when I'm out investigating, because it's a pre-programmed algorithm, and unless you've got the manufacturer's promise that everything that is in that program is accurate, or it's been made in a certain way so it can't be falsified, it can't be faked, it can't draw in stuff, then I won't use it. Unless
can I share my song?
Guarantee.
Sure.
Okay. How do I share? Hold on. I'll figure this out. Okay, share screen. Yeah, this is what's scary about it. Where's it at? Right here. Share sound. Okay.
Let's see.
Remember when the screens were small and stars were born in late night calls? We gathered around the radio. The world felt big, the pace felt slow, but now the glow is everywhere. 1,000 voices fill the air. The future came without a sound and changed the way we spin around. Remember when video killed the radio star? Well, AI came along and took it all too far. Every beat, every dream, every song we sing, AI has now killed everything. When we're living in the echo of a digital scream. AI has now killed everything. We used to dance to human hands, guitars and hearts and little bands, but circuits somewhere voices were. Magic feels like just a blur. We scroll our lives like movie scenes. We're chasing ghosts inside machines, but somewhere deep a spark remains, a heartbeat under all the chains. Remember when video killed the radio star? Well, AI came along and took it all too far. Every beat, every dream, every song we sing, AI has now killed everything. Has now killed everything. Baby, there's still time to save the songs we wrote, the paths we paved. A human voice, a real heartbeat can automate what makes us unique. Remember when video killed the radio star? Now we're looking at the mirror asking who we are, but things that hear us rise and sing. AI can't ever kill everything. No! As long as there's a soul with a melody to AI has now killed everything. 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 AI has now killed everything down.
Oh, very good.
Nice.
I like
Yeah.
that. Sounds good,
Love
that
it.
does. It's the sort of thing I could get all my housework done to.
You got your microphone on mute again, Emmy.
Oh, yeah,
You,
sorry.
you do
I'm
your,
talking to
you
myself.
do your housework to
I
that.
said, I was saying, and the voice is AI generated, and he goes, ooh, it's too scary. It really is. I
Yeah.
hate AI. So that's why I made those songs.
This is
It is
making the
very
song.
dangerous. I mean,
But you would never know it was AI if I just brought it to you or something, It's
Well, when I first started listening to that, I was trying to think, I know that voice. I know that voice.
Yeah.
It's familiar.
Yeah.
And I couldn't put a face to it because it's quite familiar with quite a few artists.
Yeah.
mhm.
It's quite trendy in the last
Yeah.
few years.
And I don't know the voice. I just put a man's voice there.
Yeah, it's quite
I mean,
good,
you-
that was.
I mean, you see some of the videos on TikTok when you've got, say, like a big lady that weighs like 500 pounds going down a water slide, and the water slide breaks, and, you know, and things like that. And you can clearly tell that's AI because anybody with an ounce of sense wouldn't weigh 500 pounds and go on a water slide. So you can obviously tell that they're AI, but the problem then is that you have got the people there that will be gullible enough to believe
Yes.
AI videos, and it's things like, a polar bear walking through the Sahara Desert.
Yeah.
You're not going to get a polar bear walking through the Sahara Desert, but you can guarantee there will be some people out there that would believe that.
Yeah.
You know what scared me with this whole AI thing, and when it comes to investigations, there was already enough people out there that was faking a lot of
Yeah.
stuff, and now using the AI, and that's horrible. I hate thinking about that. Like,
I did that with what was it, the ghost photographs apps. You could take a picture and then you could insert a ghost into the picture.
mhm.
And I had a friend of mine that owned a snack van or a burger van, and we used to go to hers every morning when we finished our morning job and go for a cup of coffee and a sandwich. And we were talking about it because I had an investigation that weekend, and she turned around and said, "So, what equipment do you use?" And I said, "Well, we like to be back to basics, and use dowsing rods, trigger objects, things like that. And I'm not too keen on apps." So she's like,
Yeah.
"What?" She said, "Well, what sort of apps are you on about?" I said, "Right, there is an app where you can take a photograph and insert a ghost into that picture." And she went, "No." So I downloaded this particular app. I took a photograph of her standing behind the counter in her burger van, and I then put in the ghost from The Ring.
Yeah,
Standing right next to her. And then I showed her, and she went, "No."
Damn.
I went, "Yeah, I could post
Yeah,
that
you made
on
me
the
feel-
internet and say my mate's burger van is haunted, look. And you'd be surprised at how many people would fall for it,
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
despite the fact that
Wow.
it's the ghost from The Ring. And this app, most of the ghosts that you could use were the ghost from The Ring.
So
You
the
know,
common
the little-
used
The
ghost.
little girl with the white night dress and the
Right.
jet black wet hair.
Yeah.
And you're like, come on, it's so obvious. But people will post things like that and make you believe, or try
That's
to make
messed
you
up.
believe, that is what they're doing.
True.
It's like all these little short videos that you see on Facebook or YouTube where there's a big whale and it's coming over to the ships.
Yeah.
And all the guys
Yeah.
are clearing all the shells. off the
Octopus coming up. Yeah, all kinds of.
The cougars are coming with the babies. Please help me. The baby's not.
Yeah.
I saw
I
one this
wasn't laughing when you were
afternoon.
talking. I was reading the comment or polar bear walking. That's why I was laughing. I was laughing at you when you were talking.
There was one I saw this afternoon of a guy walking in Africa, and he was wearing a pure black bodysuit, all in one, and it was covered in 2-foot spikes.
Right.
Oh
And he's
my God.
walking amongst hyenas. And I'm like, you seriously think we're going to believe that this guy has got in this black bodysuit
in the heat.
And it was shiny.
Now, if it was downtown Portland, you would have to believe it because that's the kind of shit that happens here in Oregon. I'm telling you.
I looked at it and automatically thought he was wearing a gimp suit because it was all shiny and rubbery. But he had all these little white spikes sticking out of it, and he's walking amongst these hyenas, and they're looking at him as if to say, "Oh, my dinner's come in a bag tonight."
Yeah.
I'm like, no one with an ounce of brains would ever do something like that.
So they all stood and laughed at
Really? Are you sure about that, Wayne? Are you sure?
Well,
They're
you know,
Portland, I was
Really
yes,
sure?
my
some
weekend secret's out.
weird
You know, I mean, that cost me a couple of £100 to get over there to do that. Video.
What annoys me about AI is all the animal videos. You know, of animals doing goofy things.
Yeah.
I'm like, animals do enough goofy things in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't need AI versions of
No.
them. I mean, and it's like
Yeah.
it ruins it because that was one of my favorite pastimes.
Yeah,
was
some of those AI with the animals
Angry with
are
things.
really good. So you really
Yeah.
gotta look at you're like, oh, this is funny.
Yeah.
By the time I watched it 5-10 times and showed my husband, I'm like, it was AI. Never
Yeah.
mind.
And then
I think
And when
the
you
very
think about these guys in these cabins in Alaska, and the polar bear comes up, right? And he takes them in because the poor
the very first one I saw was CGI, and it was a squirrel sitting next to an air conditioning fan unit.
right.
And the squirrel's sitting next to the fan, and he has a poo, and the poo flies up in the air because of the fan and lands on a squirrel
Oh,
sitting
Jesus.
on grass. And you could clearly tell that was CGI.
Yeah.
But that was the start, right before AI started taking over.
Can you imagine?
But you could clearly see it was fake. And there's another one where I think it's a penguin poops on another penguin. And the penguin just looks at it as if to say, "You get," and then shakes his head like that and then goes back to sleep.
Oh my god.
And I'm just like, seriously?
Yeah, but those same
Wow.
with those police officers with the parrots. Oh,
Oh,
my
yeah.
God.
Yeah.
It's
Really is.
obvious, so fake.
Well, they're funny, aren't they? They are.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's entertainment, but it should be labelled as that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
There are so many.
Exactly.
I mean, you look anywhere on TikTok, and you will find an AI generated video in every 3 that you look through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's even as far as when it comes to TikTok Shop, people selling things, that AI videos are being used. They're going, "Oh,
See, I just
look
know how
at
to
this."
make AI songs. I'm not good at all that other shit.
They go, "This amazing screen wiper. It cleans my windscreen in seconds." And like, well, if it's anything like my screen, it'll take 10 minutes to clear. You know, so I don't want to buy that product. If I'm going to be spending 10 minutes, I can de-ice it on my
Yeah.
own in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, and they're like, "Oh, use this gadget." Yeah, how much is that? £5.80. Yep, and
Well, I've been using
£12
a bag.
postage.
I've been one of those self seals with warm water on the windscreen. Give it a bit of it's gone. I'm thinking, oh my god, that's fantastic.
Yeah, they do. They
Yeah,
make
Wisdom,
they
you
make
were
it look really good.
absolutely correct. Too many people believe in those videos.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what's
I've
worrying
done.
because like the animal ones, like you say, where you have like the polar bear or the lion, people will think that they can do that.
I was
Yeah.
embarrassed.
It's like, I
Oh,
mean,
my.
people are catching buffaloes now without AI, but you just have to have a video of a buffalo lying down, and someone's going to go up to it one day and go, "Oh, I've seen this on YouTube. I can go and pet it."
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
like,
You want your belly rub?
But
Oh,
But-
that lion looks so cute. I want to go up and stroke it.
no, but if you think about it nowadays, with the intelligence nowadays, I don't think
Yeah.
you need IA for that.
No, no
Yeah.
comment.
Sure.
Oh, it's a cute animal.
It's just going to make it worse.
It is.
But that's the thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I noticed it the other couple of years ago. I noticed that with AI coming in, it's pushing a lot of the basic things that we used to do out.
Yeah.
So
did
a
you
prime
hear?
example,
Did you pay attention to the words of my song?
yeah,
I was saying,
prime example, we've got a McDonald's near us. Well, in fact, we've got 5. But
Wow.
we've got one in particular that uses students. So because it's cheaper labour, so every
Right.
evening and every weekend, the students are running the place.
Yeah.
Well, one weekend, their tills broke. Every single one of their tills would not work.
and nobody knew what to do.
They closed the restaurant because the staff didn't know what to do next. They didn't even have the brain to use
To
a
count.
menu and a calculator.
Yeah, they can't use. They've got to use calculators.
So
Anyway,
none
they
of these
can't do it on
students,
pen paper, can they?
despite the fact that every mobile phone now has a calculator on it
Yeah.
and the menu board is there with the prices on, all they had to do was just type it in. But
Yeah.
they couldn't even do that, so they shut the store down for 24 hours until all the tills were fixed.
Unbelievable.
See, I don't even use the calculator. I'll say, okay, Genesis, what's 2 times 2? I'll do that. That's all I did.
Have you seen the one with the AI that can't tell how many R's are in strawberry?
No.
I saw that today on Instagram. A guy asked, I don't know which AI he was using, and he was like, "How many R's are in strawberry?" And it couldn't tell him. It was adamant there was 2 R's in strawberry. And it's like, and then it said, they said, no, it's not 2. Are you sure the answer's right? And the AI was like, oh yeah, no, you're right, I'm wrong. It's 1 R. And this guy was just looking at it, saying, what on earth is going on here? You're still wrong. Yeah, you're right. You've caught me out there. It's definitely 2 R's in strawberry. I was just like, is this? And again, I wasn't sure if it was real or if it was an AI set up of an AI.
But you see,
Like
the
this,
problem,
they're taking the mick here. Well,
it couldn't give a correct answer. If it was true, it could not get. It never came out with 3 R's. It was always 2. It was adamant. It was 2 R's.
That's crazy.
the problem is you're going to have like what China had when they had the 1-child limit. You're going to end up with a generation gap.
yeah.
Only this is going to be a number of generations gap. Because we are relying on AI, we're relying on technology, we're going to end up with about 6 or 7 generations of complete thickos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one is going to know what to do in a situation because we rely on technology too much.
Well,
And
I was
when
going to say,
technology goes, we're all like, what do I do next?
I have 5 kids. My oldest is 34. My youngest, she's 24. My first 2, my 34 and my 32-year-old, in high school, they learned, in elementary school, they learned how to write in cursive. The other 3, nope. They didn't teach cursive anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
No,
here in
that-
primary schools and infant schools, they're teaching phonics. So to learn the alphabet, you learn how to pronounce that sound.
Yes. Yeah.
So,
Really?
so you go through the alphabet actually saying the letters. It's not actually telling you what order, because they'll just go through the alphabet saying this is the letter A and it sounds like this. This is the letter B and it sounds like this. And then they'll give you different words that would have the word beginning with B. And then they go into how you spell it and pronounce all these words. And you're just like, why can't you just teach them the alphabet first so they know what order it goes?
Yeah.
And then go into the phonics side
It's
rather than
almost-
zoom straight away with a 4-year-old and phonics.
The English is the hardest language anyways. Like look at the word daughter, DAUGHTER. Then you got laughter, LAUGHTER. Like the D and the L. Daughter and laughter. Why is it changed?
Yeah.
It's like live and live.
Live and live, yes.
Same,
Yeah.
same word but different pronunciation.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But when you look at the likes,
if you thought about, it's almost like because the way they educate all the children now with English and stuff like that, there's a big, massive change in language. It's like going from like say that how they spoke in medieval times to how they spoke a couple of 100 years later, and how they spoke a bit after. So it's a big change. Oh, thank you, Si.
Yeah, I mean, you look at it now. When I was little, if something was brilliant or something was really good, we'd go, "Oh, that's well cool." Everything was cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
It was cool. You know, oh, that's well cool. That is. Nowadays, you don't say that anymore. It's well sick. Well, hang on. Who vomited on the
Who's been
floor?
ill?
Because I
Who's
want
been
to
ill?
know.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah. Over here, instead of saying something's really good or something's cool, it's, oh, that's well sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're like,
Ew.
is it? It doesn't look like a bucket of sick to me.
Why?
You know,
Oh my God.
how could winning £1 million be sick?
Yeah.
You know,
Right?
Yeah.
I struggle
That's
to
freaking
understand
awesome
it.
how that is.
But that's how the latest generation and the language barrier has altered.
Yeah.
And yes,
quite
we've
significant.
had that language change over hundreds of years.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And we see it and go, oh my word, that's really strange to hear that.
Yeah.
But it's been happening all the time without us even realizing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Do
it's
you-
only
I just
when you
thank
actually
God
look
we
at
didn't
it
have
and go,
internet when I was growing up. Fuck, man. It happens on the internet. Thank God.
I mean, I can remember in the 80s and 90s when the word bogus was about,
Yeah.
oh, that's well bogus, dude. You know, the
Yeah.
Californians and
Oh,
the surfers. Oh, that's bogus. That
Oh
is.
God.
You know, that
That's
was
so
a popular
bogus.
word.
Come
And now
on, let's
over
go
here,
with the tide.
sick is cool. Oh, is it?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it used to
I'm
be
struggling.
my generation. It was ace.
Oh
Yeah.
God, the pace.
Ace.
What about
Dead
the
ace.
word
Dead
bra?
Yeah. Dead ace.
Wicked.
Did you just say a wet bra?
What about the word
Yeah.
bra? All the young
Oh,
kids,
bra.
bra.
Yeah, bra.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, they're doing that now. I'm like, no, it's dude.
Yeah.
Not,
I'm
Yeah,
bro.
not
you
only
hear
that,
everybody,
how
bra.
to make sure your little kids won't say that to you anymore?
Yeah.
Because my kids, they don't say it anymore. Not to us. The last time my little boy said it, and he's 9, he said, "Yo, bra." I was like, "What do you want with your mom's bra?" Well, she's wearing that thing. You don't need that. That's the last time he said it. He doesn't say it anymore now.
My daughter does that with bro.
Yeah.
She says, all right,
I
bro.
hear
I'm like, what?
adults our age and older saying it too. I'm just
Yep.
like, no, dude sounds so much cooler.
The thing is, I could not see my mother going around going, oh, that's well thick. No, that don't work. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah, they
bro
did
is
get back
something
in
else.
There's nothing cool about that word.
No.
Wow.
No, there's nothing cool about being sick. Nobody likes to be standing
No,
over God's telephone bringing up their lunch, you know.
That would be something you would say in the 80s after you drank some Mad Dog 2020 or something, you know?
When you're trying to say other words and those ones out instead.
The first time I heard it, I was confused, and my daughter goes, "You look really confused, Dad." I went, "I'm trying to figure out how good being sick can be."
Yeah.
Right?
And she's like, "What do you mean?" I said, "Look, if someone had said to me that's sick, I'd be looking on the floor trying to find something,
Yeah. Like, what's
because to
sick?
me that's what it means."
Yeah.
I said, "Not oh,
Yeah.
look at that airplane. That's well cool." I'd be like, "What?" You know? Oh yeah, there's an airplane. Yeah, that looks pretty smart. But if they were to say that in today's terms and go, "Oh, that plane's well sick," I'd be like, "What the hell are you talking about?" You know, has it got people hanging off the wings or something? Does it make it look really thick? Yeah.
Like some of my
Or-
grandsons, they'll talk to me and I'll say to my daughter, "What's he saying? What was that? What's he mean?"
Or they use the word fat, but it's the PHAT, like, whoa,
Yeah.
that's fat. What's fat? You know? That thing right there that's cool? Yeah, but you think it's fat? No, it's like 2 inches, you know?
The meaning's different, isn't it? But the different generation can't get their heads around the fact that this is a different word for it. The world we've come to.
Yeah.
I know.
I just
Imagine
want
the
to
people
go
who are
back.
still. I mean, I just lost my mom last year. She was 77. But I know some of my friends, their grandmas are still alive. They're like 99, going on 100. Imagine. I don't know. I don't think I could do that. Like, that's a whole different thing. You know, went from knocking on people's doors to now you got these cell phones, and
Yeah.
Yep.
that's enough to fuck with somebody's head.
Mhm.
I still can't wrap my head around the fact that I lived in a time before there was phones. And it's like, and when you wanted
Right.
to meet someone, you'd say you'd meet them and you'd go there. And if they weren't there, you had to wait 2 hours just in case something had happened and you hadn't a clue. And then you've got to decide
Yeah.
whether you were going back home again or whether there was a problem and you needed to be worried. And it's like, you know, it's sort of like, you can't imagine now not having a phone either.
No.
And it's kind of weird. When I go out and walk in the woods, I don't take my phone with me, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, you've got to take."
I know it's your
phone." And I'm like,
umbilical cord.
"Whenever you used to have one when I was a kid, it's like, why do I need one now? I don't understand." It's kind
The
of
one thing I miss about those big heavy phones, because I actually got a pink one here. When you hung up on somebody and you're mad, ding ding ding, they can hear you're
the
pissed
phone down.
and fuck you again. Please, you just go. Whoop. Fuck you.
Yeah, but if you do that to certain people, I've done that to my mum once. I've had an argument with her over the phone, and I've just gone, no, I'm not having this conversation, and I've hung up on her, and she's rung straight back and gone, don't you hang up on me. Sorry, I lost
There's a different meaning when you're slamming that phone down. They know. They're like, okay, yes, let them cool off.
They knew if you'd hung up with the old style phones.
Yeah.
With these ones, you can just blame it on connection.
Yeah.
And go, sorry, I'm in a black zone, Mum. I can't. You know, the reception's a bit rubbish. You know.
Yeah.
And the same with writing, isn't it? When you're sending texts, if you send capital letters,
Oh,
Yes.
you shout at me.
angry,
Yeah.
isn't it? It's angry. And
See,
Yeah.
I'm blind.
don't
pretty
even
much.
know that.
So
Like, no, they think that they
I
have to
type in caps, and people are like,
capital.
why are you yelling? I'm like, I'm not fucking yelling. I'm blind. It's hard for me to see. And they're like, no, that's yelling. Okay, so how do I type? I'm blind. You know, it's just like,
I mean, I type with my
came
thumbs,
up
so
with that?
I have to use the spell checker because my thumbs are too big for the buttons,
Yeah.
and I end up
even
coming up with
have it.
random stuff. And
Does
I'll
anybody
message
at war
someone.
with their autocorrect at the moment? I've
Yeah.
got an ongoing battle with my phone autocorrect.
Yeah.
It keeps changing the
yeah.
words. And I think, oh, I've typed it in wrong. And then when I look up what I've typed the correct word. And it's like, no, you're not having that word. It's like, I want that word. No, you're not having that word. It's like, I will type this word and I am having this word in my... Yeah, and then it corrects
It sucks when you're having an argument with a friend, and you're like, you know what? Fuck you. By the time it gets them, like, duck you. You?
And
And
it's
you're
like,
like,
it's like the old
yeah.
phones as well, isn't it? Where you'd have to, the texting, you'd have to go like,
spell it out.
on number one, you do want C, you've got to press it 3 times again.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh god.
My biggest issue
Yeah.
is with TikTok. When you go onto somebody's live on TikTok and you write a message in the chat, you can't delete it. So if, like me, you've got big thumbs and you end up
I
writing,
know that.
hello, I've been today. And then you press send before you realised what you've written. And you look on the screen and you go, oh my God, what have I just written? You
They
can't
think I'm drunk. They think I'm on some kind of drugs here. Holy shit.
Yeah, you can't delete it. And then the person that's on the live goes, what have you just written? Sorry, spell check again.
You get banned accidentally. Well, they're like, oh, I don't know what they're saying, but you know what? Screw you, man.
You know, as well, when you're doing the emoji reactions and you accidentally send the angry face because for some reason the angry face is right next to the happy face. And I did that to Nick once, and I was like sending an angry face, and I'm sorry. I didn't mean to send you.
Yeah, I did that on Facebook. You know, this is like. Or
Yeah, but
you
at
know what I
least
hate? You're going through
At least
messages.
on Facebook, you can edit it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
But not on a
True, but
live.
you know what I hate when you're going through
Plastic goes
your
up on the
messages
thing, isn't it? Yeah.
and you actually hit like a sad face and you're trying to go back and just to take it off, on the messenger part of it. That's the
Yeah.
one I hate. I screw up everything on that.
He's funny.
All right, guys,
So,
we're at 1 hour 35 minutes.
Yeah.
Wait, yeah, you talk too much, Wayne.
I'm sorry if I interrupted people. I am so sorry.
No, it's fine. You always blame Wayne, so it's fine.
I haven't even
was
thread
fun.
in my
It was
jaw. I'm
fun.
stitching my mouth shut in the future.
I appreciate you guys having me on here and stuff. I
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, thank you for coming on.
Yeah.
We're always glad to have funny people. So
Absolutely.
Oh, so now you think I'm funny?
of course, you are. If you weren't funny, you wouldn't be on this show.
Okay, so you're insulting me. You're telling me I'm
All
funny.
right,
Look,
86. Goodbye. No, I mean seriously. It I'm never gonna be serious.
stop.
Never gonna happen. Thank you so much for coming on. It was amazing. Even though you're like very serious right now.
Yeah.
Did you see that pink ghost just go past me?
Yeah, I saw it. She keeps walking by. I don't know what it is.
I have a ghost that. Wait, maybe. Oh, there
No,
goes.
she's
See?
waving.
There. I do have a ghost. Watch. Hold on. There's a white. Wait. You'll
Well,
see it.
We had a
Oh.
ghost caught on camera in my house.
Oh,
Yeah.
have you really?
You did, yeah.
Well, I say ghost caught on camera. It actually did something on our security camera.
I seen it.
And
Yeah.
They do.
we had, over Christmas, we had our Christmas tree right up in the corner of the room. And where the security camera is, and from the video, it's just above a shelf. So you've got the items on the shelf, and then to the far left, you've got what's left of our
Okay, just get to the story, man. Come on. No, I'm joking.
We've got a elf on the shelf.
Yeah.
And the elf on the shelf doll was inside in the middle of the Christmas tree.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And my partner Ellen and my son Freddie are sitting in the armchair watching TV, and all of a sudden the elf comes flying out of the tree and onto
Really?
And I'm like, no, that's not right, because me and my daughter Tamsin were in the kitchen when it happened, and I heard Ellen swear, and she was like, what the fuck? And she's gone, look at this, and she's recorded from the security camera and sent it to me on the phone.
Wow.
And you can clearly see the elf come flying out the tree and hit the floor.
Wow.
And someone actually pointed out, which was good, because I had Gary Fields, spiritualist medium.
Yeah.
He came round mine one night before we went off out to an investigation, and he came in through the door and he said, you've got two spirits here. One is a lady in connection to you, and the other one is your granddad. And on the comments, in the comments on the video, somebody has put on there, it's a granddad letting them know he's there.
Oh, that's interesting.
Wow.
And I'm like, my kids have never
That's solid
known,
thing.
they've never known my granddad, so that ruled that one out. And my dad's still alive, so they wouldn't have known any other dead granddad. So it sort of pretty rang true on
I'm an advocate for children because I believe everybody's born with the gift. It's your choice whether you choose to continue with that gift.
Yeah.
And children, because it happened to me when I was younger, my parents didn't listen. And, this is where imaginary friends come from, because a child at the age of starting to talk, their brains are sponges,
Yeah.
But between 2 and 6 is where I look at and study the children. They don't know how to lie. They don't have that type of imagination to describe somebody or to talk to somebody or to tell you, hey, describe a grandfather without seeing it,
Yeah.
And a lot of parents want to turn their eye to it. And it's really sad on that. But yeah, I don't know why I was just telling you guys that. But yeah, I do that. I help kids and stuff. I'm an advocate for them because I do believe in that.
Cool.
I have. Well, it's a bit faded, but I've got other ones of it. But I have it's attached to a stamp. I have a very faint picture of my granddad.
Oh my
in
god.
my
Oh
watch.
yeah.
Oh yeah, cool.
It goes with me everywhere I go.
Wow.
Attached to a stamp, mind you.
Damn, that's really cool. So you can flip it. Heads you win, tails you
But
lose.
yeah, but I mean, he was
Yeah.
always described as an English version of Lee Marvin
Oh
because he looked a lot like him.
wow.
So my kids don't really sort of pay much attention to what my granddad looks like. Yet all 4 of my children have said they've seen him walking around.
Wow.
And how old are they when they start seeing that?
My oldest, Ethan, he first saw him when he was about 3.
Yep.
And that
Okay.
we weren't even living at the house I'm in now at that time because he's 16 now. My daughter Chloe, he's 13 now. She saw him when she was about 4.5, 5.
Yeah. Like I said, between the 2 and 6
Yeah,
is where
and
their
Tamsin
minds
and
are
Freddie,
really open.
they're both 8 and 6, and they saw him when they were quite young, about 3 years
Wow.
old. So it's, you know, I've always known he's about because of my history with what I saw after he was killed in an accident.
Ooh.
I
Sorry to hear
kept
that.
seeing him for a long period of time, and it turned out that I was actually having conversations with him. And then after 6 months, he just stopped being there all the time. And I just sort of kept open-minded since then. That's what got my interest into the paranormal in the first place. But since then, things have happened to me that technically I should have died, and something has stopped it from happening. And Gary Fields even confirmed that it was my granddad that was stopping it from happening.
Wow.
Yeah.
So he's acted as a guardian angel.
I know you guys want to go, but can I ask you a question? How long has, like, we'll start with Mary. I'm like interviewing you guys on your own panel. Like, what got you into the paranormal, or how long have you been doing it? Did you see things when you were a kid?
As a kid, there was a soldier standing on the attic next to my bedroom, and I had reoccurring dreams about drowning and get caught in nets and got stuck in my sheets, and my mom and dad had to rescue me, and that went on. And when I was 5, one day I came home and my parents weren't there, and I told my aunt my grandma died. I couldn't know it. And
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I told her she died. She was found in the yard. She was cremated. I was 5, and my mama kept me out of that stuff. But my parents didn't
But-
believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shane?
Well, I woke up one morning at my parents' house, and there was a full-bodied apparition sitting next to me or on my bed.
How old were you?
I think it was 11, 12, something like that.
Wow.
Yeah. Didn't know who it was, but it scared the hell out of me. So I went underneath my blankets, and after half an hour, I tried to check, or dared to check, if he was still there. And a couple of days later, my mom was looking through some pictures, and there was that man
Yeah.
that was sitting on there. So I was like, I saw that man. And she was like, well, that's not possible because he died when you were 1. And I was like, who is it?
Yeah.
It was
Okay.
my great grandfather. So he's still with me. I know.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, Lynn.
Well, the first time I seen a full blown ghost, I'd say I was about 4. I mean, my sister was at the local drill hall because my mum was cleaning it, and she told us there'd been a boxing match the night before, so we weren't allowed to go in the hall because all the chairs and everything was still out there. So she was cleaning round the corridors. She told us not to go through, open the hatch, because there's a hatch on the stairs which opened up to look over the hall. But we could hear somebody in there, and my sister dared me, and I said, no, I'm not opening it, but she opened it. I said, Mum's going to leather us now. She's going to give us a good hand. We couldn't cross me, Mum. Anyway, this was there, folding the chairs up, and they were dropping. Folding the chair up and dropping. Well, my mum come in a right angry state, and she shouted, "I told you, don't go in there. We haven't been in there." So as she went in there, opened the door and went in, the last chair went down. And she looked at us and she said, "It's old Sam." And she knew who it was. And we'd watched him. Chairs down, yeah.
Wayne?
Well, I've already done it. That was when my granddad was still, he worked in a local shipyard.
We don't need to hear your story.
Right.
You talk too much. What's your name? Natalie?
Natalie, yeah. I hate answering this question because I never had any ghostly things happen to me. I had weird stuff happen to me, but not ghost stuff. And I had entities and things first, and that was because of my horses. So the ghost stuff's only come in the last 8 or so years. Before that, it was entities, and before that, it was just weird stuff that I didn't really register as weird, I guess. So I can't say there was a trigger point. It was like a slow burn, because I never wanted to see ghosts when I was little, but I was always interested in alternative subjects. So I came in from dowsing and meditation and spirituality, and then up into entities and paranormal, because that was like, the cherry on the icing of the cake after everything else. So yeah, I mean, I've seen stuff now in the last 7 or 8 years, but when I was a kid I didn't see anything, but I used to get
You've opened up more.
yeah, because I didn't want to see it. I always said I never wanted to see it, but I used to get freaked out in place. We always lived in old houses, so it's like, you used to have things the way you were uneasy, but I had a specific reason for why I was uneasy. So it's like, so it's kind of like, it's not a set thing for me. It's just like a mess.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah, and then slowly, teasing it all apart, and like you can say now, I was uncomfortable because I was sensing something, but didn't know what it was because I couldn't see it. If that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah, so it's more intuitive than anything else than actually seeing it. So yeah, the paranormal, I've sort of like had to in the end because they wanted attention.
Yeah, and he just kept locking up. I've learned that. So a lot like you guys. When I was younger, I know I'm interviewing myself now. Hi, I am. When I was younger, I remember early ages, I would see shadows. I've never seen a full body apparition. I've seen the feet or I've seen a face, but not the full body. But I remember shadows and talking, and I hear voices and stuff. And then growing up in the 70s. Your parents are like, don't talk about that. And plus I was growing up as Catholic, and so, yeah, you really don't talk about that. And I've always had this gift with me, and I'm like a really sensitive empath, but sometimes I can see what somebody wants me to see, it's like a little video. But when I decided to get married and have kids, I kind of blocked all that because I thought it was going to follow me and be like bad mojo stuff, and so I blocked a lot of it. But the crazy thing was when we bought this house over 23 years ago, the first 5 years I kept seeing a shadow come around the corner and stuff like that. And, at first I thought it was my kids. Well, I didn't realize my husband was seeing the same shadow at different times. We were watching TV, no kids in the house. And I see the shadow out of the corner of my eye. And I look back at the TV and my husband goes, "What'd you see?" I'm like, "Nothing." He goes, No. What'd you see? I'm like, "Nothing." He goes, "I'm going to show you what you saw." And he went over there and mimicked it. I'm just like, "Oh my God." And he's like, "How long have you been seeing that?" I'm like, "Since we moved into the house, And same thing with him. But see, we were all afraid to say something because I was afraid I was bringing something back in from my past. And then, and then after all my kids graduated from school now, this is when I decided to start traveling because I want answers, because there's so much out there. And, a lot of people, on YouTube, different communities, they laugh at me because they're like, you know what, you're crazy, you're fake. But I want answers, and I'll tell them, I'm like, I know something's happened to you guys too. You just don't want to say it because you're afraid of what people are going to say to you, and it's true. It's really true. And that's why I became an advocate for kids too, because, even my kids, one of my kids, he can astral project, and I didn't know this for the longest time. And he was afraid to tell me because he thought it was something bad. So, yeah, that's part of my story. But yeah, see,
Cool.
it's crazy how we all come together, but we all are seeking to try to find the same different answers, but the same answers.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly. All right, guys. I am
I
seriously
wasted
going
10
to
minutes
stop
on
now.
I just had to get to know you guys, and when I have people on my show, I always ask them that because I'm curious, and then there's even people out there, like my husband's still a skeptic, but there are people out there that don't believe in it, but they've seen things, and so. But thank you so
Very
much for having me
curious.
on your show. I
Thank you.
appreciate you guys.
Thank you
Nice
so
meeting
much
you
for
guys.
coming
Thank
on.
you for dropping in.
We're going to drop everybody backstage, and we're going to talk a little further. And I'm going to end with the music again, like we always do. Everybody, thank you so much for being in the chat, being interactive with us, and we'll see you next week or end of this week. End of this week, Saturday,
Saturday.
because we have an interview.
Don't you dare.
I feel a sickness coming on.
Yeah,
Just kidding. Right, bye, everybody. See you guys later.
Bye.
There's a delay.
Whispers in the hallway walls. Shadows move, but no one calls. Cold breath tickles the back of your neck. What's that? What's next? Knock, knock.